Hey, welcome back, Rankers. Sorry for the odd venue and strange lighting and bad webcam. On leave at the moment. But I just wanted to drop in and tell you a little bit about, well, a change Google's made because it's a day ending in the letter Y. And this change is, you may have already heard about it, we've talked about it before on this show, and that is HTTPS. Google is saying that it is now a ranking signal, and they've said this officially. They very rarely even say that some things, or they come out like this and specifically say, yeah, that is right there, a ranking signal. How much of a ranking signal is it? Well, they're saying it's probably less than 1%. Really, it depends on the competition that you're up against. If everybody else is doing HTTPS and all the other ranking signals are about equal, the people that are not doing HTTPS in that situation are going to rank lower. Okay, so our advice to all our clients at the moment, and it's a big job to do this, and it takes a bit of time for it all to kick in, but we're starting to do it for our clients now, is that it's an edge, right? It's going to give you an edge, even if you're not doing e-commerce. We used to say, don't do HTTPS unless you're doing e-commerce. You know, you're transacting with credit cards. What is HTTPS? Well, HTTP is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. The S stands for secure. It's also known as SSL, or secure socket layers. Basically, what it means is it's a way for the web browser and the web server to have a very secure connection between each other. So basically, the web server has issues a public key and a private key. Anyway, it's we don't need to go into that right now. But basically, what it means is Google's trying to reward sites that are providing that secure connection for their users. Okay. Now, why it's a big deal to actually implement? It's not the actual SSL certificate stuff and speak to your web developer about that you have to do. That's fairly standard. What is a big job is telling Google that. Now you would say, but some of you who are quite learned in the ways of Google Webmaster Tools, for instance, might say, oh, but Jim, you're going from HTTP to HTTPS, your web address. Now, Google sees those two protocols as separate sites. So if we've got http.stuartmedia.biz and https.stuartmedia.biz, they would be two sites. And traditionally in Google Webmaster Tools, we would have to set them up separately as different sites so we can see what's going on. But now Google's saying, hey, you know what? You should just put everything in HTTPS. This is a significant amount of work for a lot of businesses. So Google's got this wonderful tool, right? In Google Webmaster Tools, change of address. Look at that. There it is, right there. Except it doesn't work for HTTPS. Thank you, Google. Maybe sometime in the future it will, but right now it doesn't. So what do you have to do to implement this change? Well, first of all, you've got to speak to your web developer and get a SSL certificate set up for your web server, and then you have to set everything up so it's working at HTTPS. Then you have to redirect 301, permanently redirect everything from your old HTTP address to the new HTTPS. And you have to set up that HTTPS in Google Webmaster Tools, and then make sure that you have a sitemap in your Google Webmaster Tools that has all your HTTPS protocols in it. And then you should then go and remove your old HTTP site if you want things to move quickly from the index. If you've got a lot of pages, that's probably going to be taking too long. You might just want to wait for Google to catch up. But it is a big, significant job, and not only is actually making all those changes and all those redirects and all those sorts of things significant, what's even more significant is Google getting around and crawling all those new URLs and finding that all the old URLs have been redirected. So whilst you go through this process of doing this, you may find there's a little bit of up and down movement in your rankings. hopefully that's helpful. If you need help with this, then by all means, just email tech@stuartmedia.com.au and we'll see what we can do. And that's it for this week, and I will see you next week back in the office. Thanks very much. Bye.